against Sirius. And here we go. To the bottom left of the map, we have the LGIM Protoss player. He is a champion, and he is the one person that can end this group here and now. It is
MVP Keen.
This is not Keen. No.
No.
Keen played yesterday. He doesn't even play today.
I'm like trying to figure out. I don't know, man. Somebody pressed the wrong button.
Wow, we are not even having his intro again. Seed will be so disappointed. Guys,
no matter what, Seed is just somebody else.
I can't believe that you did that, guys. I want to have his intro. First of all, to the top right, we have the Zerg player. His ID is...
FXO Sirius.
Okay, could we please go down to the bottom left and introduce the Protoss player properly?
After we look at Sirius.
After we get a shot of Sirius, of course, he's very important in this scenario right now. All the Terran players are depending on him. And... No bottom left. No, they just steal the... there it is. Okay, once again, let me do this. No!
Just say it, man. It's fine. You
At the bottom left, the LGIM Protoss player. He can go into Codes with another win. He is... Not Keen.
LGIMC.
Thank you.
All right, it's all settled. Now, Seed is...
Sorry, but that really agitated me a little bit. I was confused.
I could tell. We have a pylon block here. The Forge goes down first. And he may double pylon block, in fact. If he... Yeah, he should. I think he will make the Nexus first if he can. He did not cancel, actually, his pylon at the natural. And Sirius will start... How many lanes will he start here? What? He's not making anything now.
He has 500 minerals. He's waiting for his hatch. He wants to drop the hatch, and there it is. Drops it finally at 320. And now the 4 Zerglings, he needs to take down the Baron. Well, it's not really weird, it was just blocked.
Yeah, it was weird he didn't start Lings though, because he had 500 mils. He could have started the Lings and then got the hatch.
Yeah, I think he was just occupied and didn't really think about it at that point.
Either way, the probe actually may take out a drone. Oh! That was the sound the probe made before it died.
Yep, there we go. This group. I love up and downs. I just simply love up and downs. It's always so exciting. Sometimes we have groups that are dominated by a player too, and then after a few games it's already crystal clear who's going to advance. But this week was just amazing. Every single group that we've seen so far was super, super close, and only at the end did we finally know who would advance, or if we have a tie situation. There was no tiebreaker so far, but every single time it was just such a close and clutch group. And right now we have this final game. It doesn't even have to be the final game. It could be, but it doesn't have to.
Well, Sirius is not so good in this matchup. I was just shown on screen in GSL games is 0-3 against Protosses. He's also playing against a GSL champion who took out several Zergs on his way there, including Dongrigu. Actually, that was MC who took it out that time. I'm so sorry. But, or was it Seed, actually? Now that I think back, I'm like, well, there were 2 Protosses. I remember the Protoss builds, but I don't remember which Protoss it was. It was actually Seed, I think. Either way, Seed is good against Zerg players. Sirius, not so much. He's less experienced. This is actually his first time going through the up and down matches.
Yep. And for Seed, it's now important which kind of tech he's going to choose. We already have him with a +1 attack upgrade. The probe is heading back now, will escape here. Sirius not able to kill it. But what kind of tech will he choose? Will he go for an immortal push? Will we see a 3rd base? Is a Stargate his tech of choice? What's it going to be? In just a few seconds, we'll find out. The 3rd base is now up for Sirius, and he has to scout, of course. And he sees with an Overlord virtually nothing at this point.
Yeah, there's nothing started yet. I think he's going to start the Robo. He just sent his probe over to make it, I think. And yeah, there it is. He's actually just going to show it.
Yeah, goes for the Robo.
Can the Overlord see that? Yeah, he saw it. He didn't hide it. No secrets here. 3 gases being taken by Sirius.
Yeah, 3 gases immediately, which I actually find really interesting, because if he goes for this much gas, he could try to hit... We had at some point this timing where you go for Mutalisk and you try to take down the push with Immortals with the Mutalisk timing. This is one of the reasons why a lot of Protoss players at first, when this Immortal push came up, started to struggle with it. It was an ST that did it, and by now all those timings are more refined, so it's harder to hit this. But with the gas that he takes, you really see that he wants to invest a lot into his tech. He already builds the Roachborn right now at the perfect timing, 720, but we will definitely see a lot of tech from him very, very soon here.
Stalker is trying to get away now. he's actually going to kill these Lings without dying, so it's a good trade overall. Stalker with 4 kills.
Twilight Council here for Seed.
Yeah, he wants to get +2, it looks like, and he may do this blink push.
And the Worm Prison, yeah.
He may blink into the main with a Force Shield, but this is a really tough build to do on this map. It's hard to blink into the main. I don't think that's going to be his plan.
On Metropolis, that was a lot easier to execute, but on Daybreak, it's much harder. Here comes the tech. Look at all, the gas, dropping it immediately into speed and into the lair tech.
Those sentries. He's going to get a Stalker drop off here.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going straight for the Blink Stalker build here. +2 attack and Blink Stalkers.
This is actually, I think, new. I think this is actually a build that you use like Terrans use Marines and Medivacs, except you use it with Stalkers and in a Warp Prism. You can pick off Lings, you can pick off Overlords. You can't kill Tumors without the Observer, but you can stop Tumors from being made, and this is just an aggressive little play here. The speed is not done, and he doesn't have any air units, so you can actually just pick up and just be annoying like this. This is so cool. I really like it.
He's being a pain in the ass. Takes down the Overlord here. Nice, well done.
Supply blocks him, in fact. Now he's just going to pick up and go find someone else to annoy.
Yeah, and he can just wait for the additional gates for the upgrade to finish, and then he walks in. The thing is that even though we have the tech, the Sirius dropped the Infestation Pit. He needs Fungals against Blink, but he doesn't even know that Blink is coming up. Third base.
He saw it.
No push, yeah.
Third base is coming up, and he's just going to try to assassinate Queens with these Stalkers. He can kill her to distant past. He actually goes for drones instead, interesting choice. I feel like getting the Queen could be smarter, but he actually is going to get a lot of drones, and he's just going to pick up.
Yeah, he takes down way more than I thought. 10 in total have been killed. Seed, wow, nice. Nice aggression. And in the Harvest account now, 52 against 49. Yeah, there are 7 drones building, but at this point, Seed has a pretty decent economy. He needs to defend, though. This is the question that we have now. Is Sirius going to be aggressive? The thing is that Seed, with all this aggression, is actually just shutting down any aggression by Sirius.
Yeah.
He's occupying him so much. Nice pickup here.
That was a close call.
That was a very close call.
This
Stalker was
third
a happy
base,
panda.
though, he doesn't have very many sentries because he made those Stalkers early. He's out 6, but not all of them have been out for very long. He just warped in a few of them, so...
Yeah, but we have 2 mortals, so that should be fine. As long... You know,
if he hits the first wave of Force Shields, I think he'll be fine.
Well, even, yeah, it only needs a few Force Fields. He has enough sentries. Look at this force. This is just a puny force. This is tiny. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Sirius is getting a 4th base. He doesn't even want to crush this. If he wanted to, he would have tried to max out on Roaches, but it's not the case. He's heading into the Infestation Pit. And Seed is getting +3 attack already.
Yeah, very quickly. When you get the Fast Twilight Council, you get Blink, you also get +2. In this case, doing a little bit different. We saw yesterday, I believe it was Trap who got the fast Twilight Council and wasn't able to really use it on Ohana, but in this case, Seed is making full use of it, getting that +3 out very quickly. Burrow is coming down for Sirius now. His upgrades are very far behind. His +1 for his Roaches is only halfway done, and in fact, with Chrono Boost, Seed will probably pass it and finish +3 first.
Sirius has, of course, the lead in overall supply, but that's pretty common in this matchup, and Seed is just happy that he's on 3 bases now. But the problem for Protoss is, in this matchup, the late game is very difficult. As soon as the Infestor count is really high, you are going to struggle quite a lot, which is actually the reason why Seed is in the Up&Downs. It's the reason why he dropped out of Code S. That's his biggest problem. He lost against a Zerg player, lost against Symbol, who went for up to 35 to 40 Infestors. That's the problem that he had. So if Sirius is good as this late game control with Infestors, with Broodlords, then Seed will be in trouble here. But he wanted to play this macro game. He had the choice on this map on Daybreak to go for a 2-base timing attack, and he said like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go for the 3rd base. That's why I feel more comfortable.
Yeah. The Infestor count is getting higher and higher. I mean, it looks like he's certainly going towards that. He only has now 8 coming, but he can get more than that. He's still got a lot of supply available to him. A little bit surprised he has not started his Hive yet, though.
Yeah, I feel that Sirius is trying to be as passive and as careful, as cautious as possible. We have him now with 10 Spine Crawlers, and he has the Hive tech. If he just crawlers up like crazy with Spine Crawlers and later on with Spore Crawlers, he is in a spot where he will be able to defend. This force is going to be trapped, but let's see how much damage they can do. Another round of Warp-ins.
I don't think he's really going to do too much here. Nah. I think this is a mistake. I don't think he intended to do this. He will maybe get an Immortal. That would be worth it. And
not even the Immortal.
Oh, not quite, yeah. That was close. Comes down that +3 really helped him out there as well. The Spire is a little bit late. I just love this Warp Prism Stalker that we are seeing from Seed.
Yeah. it's actually pretty awesome, especially now. He didn't even try to go into some kind of Colossus play. We see now the Spire coming up, but there are no Colossi. He's trying to hit this with Immortals only.
It's a bit of a risk. We're going to see that Stalker drop go off here at the 3rd. This is going to force Zerg players to make Spine Crawlers at this type of play.
This is a little bit like this gateway attack that we usually see on Atone Valley.
Yeah. Nice reposition on the spines, though, by Sirius. He's not going to get caught off guard by this angle. He's got a ton of energy on those infestors.
Army supply 95 against 85, and now he's moving in. The first 2 spine crawlers are already gone, and here come the infested Terrans, dropped by all the infestors, being targeted down one by one, and finally those Zerglings running in, but the force fields are really good for Seed. Doing a great job here so far, still behind in supply, of course, but now he has a good shot at those infestors. Most of them are out of energy.
Yeah, and the Warp Prism allows a lot of warp ends for Seed. He's doing a ton of damage here.
The Warp Prism is important. He needs to make sure that it's not target down, but there are no queens to kill it. The roaches are just evaporating, but still a 50 supply lead for the Zerg player, who just continues to produce Zerglings, roaches, and infestors.
Yeah, he's getting additional infestors out. His infestor energy is rebuilding. He cannot lose these links like this, though. More spines are being moved up to the front. He gets a great fungal here, and the spines go to work. I don't know if Seed can actually make this work long term if he gets hit by too many more spines, especially with these new ones reburrowing.
This is really close now. This is actually way too close for Fungal. But he breaks through the units. Can he break through the structures and those infestors? He needs to take them down as fast as possible.
The Immortals are so important.
He could blink here.
He could. Will he, though?
No, I don't think so. He's waiting. Yeah,
now he does it, and this is on top of the infestors. Sirius is in a lot of trouble. He burrows here, drops some more infested Terrans.
He has the detection, and he takes most of the infestors out. There are only 4 left. He has so many units. Look at Sirius supply just plummeting down to 140 against 138.
It looks like we're not going to have a tiebreaker after all. If this continues like this, the Spine Crawlers are getting some lings to the right side, but
he doesn't have lava. He can't build. GG. Seed takes the game. He takes the game and takes the group. He advances to Code S. And with him advances Ryang, Flash, Supernova, and Sirius are in Code A. Supernova not able to get the 10 participations in Code S in a row. Known as T award for him. Well, Seed. That's Seed for you, baby.
That was a great attack. I feel like the control of Sirius could have been a little bit better, but in the end, his Spine Crawler movements were pretty good. And his fungals, though, at the very end, he had a lot of infestors that rallied in and died without getting their fungals off. That could have changed things. The Immortal count was the big problem in that last battle. Once the Immortals ripped through those Spine Crawlers, then he was able to just blink in on top of the infestors when they were out of energy.
Okay, to just go through the group once again in case you tuned in a little bit later. Supernova, Flash, and Ryang, they are all tied. They have the same score, 2 wins, 2 losses. But it comes down to the direct comparison between those 3 players. And even though Ryang lost 2 games, the matches that he lost were against Sirius and Seed. He won against Supernova and against Flash. And therefore, he will advance because he won the direct comparison against the 2 players that he tied with. And of course, Seed with a 3-1 score in the group takes first place and also advances to Code S. Well played. Yeah. Great game so far.
That was a pretty tense group. I mean, if that last game went any different, we'd have had a
5-way tie.
We would have seen, yeah.
I really don't know what would have happened if we would have started all over again, if there's some kind of other mode that we would have chosen. I'm going to ask the production and the admin team right off that. Okay, we would have actually restarted the entire group.
Yep. So
that would have been another, another 4 or 5 hours.
That would have been really fun.
That would have been really late. That would have been 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
That would have been a cap for you.
I would have had to deal with that, yeah.
Well, as it is, Seed and Ryang advance. Congratulations to both of them. Once again, a really tight and interesting up and down group. Don't forget that tomorrow we have another up and down group. On Saturday we have a very, very highly anticipated Team League match. We have Startail against LGIM.
Let's look at today's results, exactly. And then you guys can take a look at tomorrow's group as well after that. But here we are. We have, of course, Seed and Ryang advancing because of the direct comparison.
Yeah, Flash has a score of 2-2. Seed with a score of 3-1.
And Supernova not able to get the Nestea award. Now we have Terminator, Heart, Happy, Finale, MC, and Sparta tomorrow. That's going to be a pretty exciting one.
Yep.
I think Sparta is going to have to really practice hard if he wants to get out of there.
No Zerg this time, only Terrans and Protoss.
We're going to have a lot of TVT, PvP, and that's it. Oh, TVT as well.
Yeah. TTPP, PT.
And as you mentioned earlier, we have LGIM versus StarTale on Saturday, a highly anticipated match, so do not miss it.
Yeah, definitely tune in for the game on Saturday. That's it for the day, though. Definitely make sure that you add the two of us on Twitter as well to support us and support GOMTV at GOMTV, our Twitter account at ProxyWolf and at Kaldor. And of course, tune in tomorrow for this Up and Down group that you just saw on screen. On Saturday, it has another GSTL match, probably the most anticipated GSTL match this season so far. This is it for the day. Have a great night, great morning, great day, wherever you are, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.